Hello, podcast world. This is your boy, Terrence Gandhi, the good advice giver. It is 5/10/2020, 7:11 p.m. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. And like Tupac said, I just want you to know you are appreciated. Lady, don't you know that love is sweet, lady? Like, I mean, that is probably one of the best songs I could think of to show the appreciation to all the mothers, along with probably the soul food song. And I had it in my head before I started doing it, and now it's gone. The song where they're like, I think it's Boys to Men. But anyway, it might come to me in a minute. I have no clue. I'm doing podcasts and stuff. You just never know if you're going to remember something or not. And in most cases, you just don't know. A song for mama, you know what I'm saying? My side. I can't think of the lyrics, but you know the melody, so just. But anyway, you get the point. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. Good weather, good food, good times. Nothing like being around family, the ones that are still here, and thinking about the ones that have gone. So, whatever it is, whatever you got to do, whatever it takes, just let me know and we can go from there and make it happen. We can always make something happen. Just remember the teachings that your mother or grandmother or guardian or whoever brought you up. Remember what they would say. And Mama, you know I love you. Seven years like who from the start. Loving you is like yes it is, yes it is. Okay, well, you get the point. Like I say, and nothing makes you feel better than some good food. Like the Soul Food movie. Big Mama died, and they got back together at some point, even after the family had all its trials and tribulations. And my favorite scene of the whole movie is two. And they're both sex scenes, of course, right? When Liam was fucking Bird in the bathroom somewhere at the beginning, and she had, she had to put the panties in his mouth to make him stop moaning. I was like, oh yes. And then when Faith fucked Terry in the studio, this is not Miles in the studio, Terry's husband, right? You get the picture, and that was probably one of the. Whew. But I want to say that I'm not gonna lie. I watched that scene over and over again, and it was just like, oh my gosh, And just think about the strength of the family coming back together and getting certain things out of the way. I like Boondocks and how they did their rendition of it, and I think it was the Itis episode, and like Huey was like, they didn't learn anything. They didn't learn anything about not supposed to eat that stuff, or going on a diet or healthy eating or nothing like that. They just went back and ate the same food that killed grandma. The same food. And they don't call it soul food for nothing, because I'm convinced, I'm 100% sure that it's definitely gonna send you to your resting place. Soul. Your soul will leave you, and the itis will kick in, and you'll be halfway dead. You'll be in a comatose state. which is great. It's some of the best sleep you could ever get at a family cookout or after a funeral or just whenever soul food is involved, whenever some of that good cooking is involved. Yeah. So then mix it with some liquor, some alcohol, some beer, or whatever you might drink. Yeah, you go. Your worries are gone at that point in time. You're not thinking about nothing. You might be crying from your loss. You might be grieving, but at the end of the day, you just that food can take over. It's gonna take over. I promise you. You know, I believe in pre your grieving. You know what I'm saying? Mourn now. Start thinking about what if you were to lose your loved ones now. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever skate a day without thinking that everything's all fine and dandy, because anything can happen when you leave the house. You could be jogging and two guys come up and shoot you for no reason. You know, that's just the world we're living in right now. Like, some of y'all have never experienced profiling, but you know how lucky and fortunate, and hopefully some of y'all never will. It's like the worst thing. But for all my brothers out there that know, and sisters that know what it's like to get that DWB, driving while black, then it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling to get out, have to get outside of the car for any time, any reason. I don't, there's no purpose in that. There's no point in that on a routine stop. Either you're gonna give me, if I have no warrants, you run my license and everything, and you say that you got me for whatever specific reason, then you should be focused on that. There should nothing else be, I don't smoke, but for those who do, and they want to be like, oh, it's probable cause, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I mean, hey, I personally, I wear my seatbelt, mainly because I feel like it's there to protect me, I know there's situations where people be like, oh, if they would have been wearing their seatbelt, and I know some situations where like, yeah, if they weren't wearing that seatbelt, they would have made it, So, to each his own. I personally drive a certain way to where I'm not going to hit anybody. So I'm afraid of other people because I don't want them to hit me. I'm not going to be at fault. I'm not finna hit nobody. I can't afford to. Like, that's a major setback. So when driving out there, be careful. Always be careful. Like, you should never really be in a rush. And time, even though time's like relative, like if you're ready, you want to get somewhere on time or early, you should have left in a time frame that would have allowed that. So I don't understand why people are always such a rush, or you created that. You created that rush. You created that, oh man, here it is, the last minute, let me try to get this done, rather than taking all precautions that you need to take so that won't be the case, that won't happen. Just saying. Now, please feel free to contact me and let me know what you ate this good old Sunday, this Mother's Day, and let me know. I personally ate chicken fried steak, mashed potatoes, okra, a garden salad, and some cake I haven't really ate. But either way, all of this, except for the cake, it was homemade cake, I got from Longhorn Steakhouse here in Texarkana. So, shout out to Longhorn Steakhouse. It's pretty good meal. I like chicken fried steak, so yeah. places like that, and Grandy's, and wherever else you could. Because I haven't had everybody's chicken fried steak. Catfish King, I know they had used to. I don't know. I haven't been there in a while, but they used to have a pretty decent chicken fried steak. When I worked there, I used to make it myself, so I know. Yeah, what else? I'm always into mac and cheese, so that would put the that makes me want to go and get some mac and cheese somewhere. I usually go to this churches over here on Texas Boulevard and get the mac and cheese there if they have it, because a lot of times I've been there and they're like, oh, we're out of mac and cheese, or we don't, whatever is not working and we're out of mac and cheese. Not a good sign if you're trying to do business and trying to make something happen. Now, I said I was going to make this short, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get ready to wrap this up. Thank you to all the mothers, the grandmothers, the great-grandmothers, the mothers out there. If you have a lot of kids, or if you got one kid, if you got the whole Brady Bunch at your house, let me know. If you're raising somebody else's kids, get at me, let me know. And if you just whatever it is that you want to talk about, let me know. And like I say, I'm trying to do this thing at least once a day, twice a day, 3 times a day if I can, because between this, it's very fun to do. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to y'all, talk to all my listeners out there. And like I say, for every podcast that I do, every recording that I make, I have a goal of 1 million strong. And I feel like if I can get 1 million listeners, then just imagine, that's almost like feeling like that's more powerful than an actual radio station. Like, some radio stations don't have 1 million people tuning into them. You know what I mean? That would be like amazing if I were to have that kind of audience between my podcast and my YouTube. And that's what I want. I want a large audience. When I can, I know with YouTube, you get to the point where you got like 100,000 subscribers and they send you like a plaque, I want that plaque. That plaque is it's like an achievement, you know what I'm saying? It's like saying that because of all this hard work, all these videos I've posted, and on and so forth, that, yeah, hard work. Now, I'd like to direct your attention to the description down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, whatever the case is, and check out what we got going on. Merchandise coming soon. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about that. Like, you definitely want to get to the point where you start checking out some of the stuff that I got going on, because my channel is about advertising, pretty much about making money online. So if that's your thing, check it out. See what we have to offer. See how we can help you, and see if you can get informed today about what we got going on coming up. And I thank you. Happy Mother's Day, and see y'all tomorrow. Peace.